What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Snaggy D back with another freaking video, man. And in today's video, I got some information for you guys. Pretty much I'm gonna go over a few things. A lot of people have been asking me questions in my DM about how to start a clan / gaming organization or how to start a team for gaming in general. So in this video, we're gonna go over a few of those things, kind of give you guys some tips, some tricks of how I got my team to be successful as it has been over the past year, how to get sponsorships, things like that. We're gonna go deep dive into it and go into the things that a lot of these other clan leaders or organization leaders probably won't tell you because they don't want you to have that success when it comes down to owning your own clan or organization. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and start with the biggest organization / clan killer. For lack of better terms, I was gonna say clan for the entire video, but let's go for the biggest clan killer out there: egos. Now, if you're trying to have a clan or any type of gaming team or anything, you gotta not only know how to manage egos, but you can't have an ego of your own. Now, if you want to be like lead a team of 2K players in general, you can't have that ego of I run things, it's my way or the highway, and if it don't go my way, then nobody else will it won't matter to nobody else here. That is the biggest problem with a lot of these clans that we see out here, especially in our 2K community. The leaders have egos. They won't lower themselves to a smaller creator to help bring them up and things like that. They have a lot of egos. So you cannot have an ego if you want to be a successful clan leader or a great clan leader in general. If you have an ego, just throw the entire clan away because the clan won't blow. It won't get to that next level in general. All right. Next thing, having a group set of leaders that you can trust and that also don't have egos as well. Somebody that's on the same level as you. Now, with my leaders in general, I make sure that they are not the same as me, but they gotta at least be on the same level or close to it. They can't be egotistical. They can't think they're better than everybody else. They can't be disrespectful and rude. They have to understand everybody has issues and things like that. They have to understand the entire clan as a whole. Now, when picking your set group of leaders, you wanna make sure you pick people that ain't toxic. You wanna make sure you pick people that's gonna represent your team in the right way, the right direction, things like that. Your leaders should not be in Twitter beef. I'm just gonna start right there. If your leaders are getting into Twitter beef, then that is an issue. I've taken a lot of leadership positions from people just for simple posts of sparking beef and things like that. So making sure you guys have leaders that are going to represent your team in a positive manner. That is the biggest thing when it comes to picking your leadership core and your leadership group. All right. Number 3, don't let one person ruin your entire team. Now, what do I mean by that? If I recruit John, right? And John comes and he joins my team or whatever, and then I recruit Sally, Becky, Manny, and Gabriel. All right. Sally, Becky, Manny, and Gabriel are doing everything they're supposed to do. They're doing everything right. But John seems to want to stir up problems and issues and things like that. He goes on Twitter. He says something stupid. He gets a lot of backlash on himself. If that team name is in his bio, guess who's going to get the backlash? Your team as well. So one bad apple can ruin the entire organization, the entire team. Don't let that happen. When you see like all these issues with other teams where one person in particular is doing something controversial, they're usually not there within the next week. They're usually gone. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you, they're gone. So with that being said, make sure you don't let one bad apple ruin your entire team. It's your team. You know what I'm saying? You run everything. Make sure that you're putting the right people in the right positions. Make sure that you're recruiting the right people. Make sure you're doing your research and things like that. I have personally made mistakes with that before. Don't make the same mistakes I did. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, to give all the new people that want to start a clan, I'm giving them some just basic knowledge on what you're going to need going into starting a new clan. Next, having a clan is huge. To me, it's about organization. All right. When you're trying to organize something and trying to make something bigger than what it is, you got to be organized. All right. You got to make sure you have perfect organization skills. If you don't have that, then your clan will never be as successful as some of these other clans. And what do I mean by organizations? Organizing. What I mean by organizing is pretty much making sure that you have your roster, making sure you have teams split up, making sure you have, maybe once a week have a meeting so you guys can go over new things and stuff that you expect as a leader. Make sure your captains are involved. Make sure your recruiters are involved. Make sure everything is organized. I personally, myself, on my laptop, I have all my rosters, all my leaders, all the team sponsorships, all the team pictures, things like that. I have all of that together. You got to be organized. You got to, be ready to to if something goes wrong, you should be able to go right to this either file, document, or go right here and figure out, you know, the player and the Twitter and the YouTube. So you can just easily just go through and do everything the right way. The next thing, now this is not too important, but it's something I do suggest if you're trying to transition into a more of a gaming organization other than the clan, a website for your team. Not only is a website informational to people that want to join your team, it also helps kind of make you guys look a lot more professional. If you have a team website, I'm going to link the Teams In website down below. I mean, it's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but we're working on it still. But I'm going to link the Teams In website down below. Go check that out, because having a website is a huge thing. It should be a hub where everybody can go that's never heard about your team and learn about your team. Having your leaders, section for your leaders, section for your merch, things like that. That's going to make your team seem a lot more organized. And it's going to also bring a lot more, I don't know, like, attention to your team. Like, if you be like, if somebody be like, oh, how do I join your team? Well, go look on teamsin.com for more information. Oh, okay, well, okay. So they're going to go look at that. They're going to be like, okay, well, this team's organized and things like that. And it kind of limits, it kind of pulls away you having to explain everything. Because as the bigger you get, you're going to have a lot of people in your DMs like, can I join? Can I join? Can I join? Can I join? And it's just, you know, it becomes a lot over time. And believe it or not, we still have that to this day. We have a lot of people that, oh, can I join? Can I join? And we just send them the teamsin.com link, have them fill out a little application there, get it over to us, and then we'll go through and look at it. So that is a huge part about being organized in general when it comes to starting a clan and having that website. That is a huge thing. Next, sponsorships and affiliations. Now, you have two different things. You have an affiliation, you have a sponsorship. A lot of these companies like Corsair, Nvidia, G Fuel, they'll start you off with, say, an affiliation where, okay, well, we don't sponsor you or anything like that, but we will let you use a code or something, promote a code, and how many people click that follow through link from your page or something like that, you get a commission cut, something like that. Having that knowledge of knowing the difference between an affiliation and a partnership is big, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm partnered with this company. You're not partnering, you're affiliated, and it kind of sometimes can make the company not want to really work with you because they don't know if you're lying or not, and they're automatically going to assume, well, this kid's just lying to try to you know, get more of a fan base or something like that. So making sure you know the difference between affiliation and partnerships are big, and make sure you're going for your affiliations and partnerships. No affiliation or partnership is too big for you. Don't ever think that, okay? So that is the big part, another big part about starting a clan / organization going into that. Next thing, you need to know how to handle backlash. What does that mean? You need to know how to handle when somebody's talking down on your team. You know how to handle when somebody's talking down on a member, all that good stuff. If you know how to handle those specific tasks, then your team will be successful, run real successfully if you know how to manage those simple tasks. Now, you need to know, like, especially depending on what community you establish in, you're going to have backlash from people in those communities. Now, for us, it's the 2K community or something like that, and we get some backlash, we get some hate and things like that, but it's very important not to feed into that, especially if you are a leader, because it's so easy to get canceled nowadays in 2021 for anything. Don't get canceled, okay? Just stay, just fall back. And don't get me wrong, I've had people come in my DMs and like, you don't care about your team, you don't defend your team. I defend my team in silence. While you guys are trying to sit there and argue with me and trying to go back and forth and come at my team, I'm on a meet and call with Corsair trying to get us an affiliation or a partnership or something like that. That is having mature mindset going into when you're trying to start a team and things like that, okay? So those are some major things that really make a team great. And, there's a few smaller things that you can go over, and I'll probably go more in depth into with another video. But there are small things that you can do to make a team successful. And me in general, I don't think my team is the most successful, but I think starting where we were last year to now, the success has grew. It may not have grown in numbers, but it has grew in like cash flow, money, credibility and things like that. So making sure you have that is going to make your team blow. And this is another minor one that I see a lot of teams doing, especially coming up new. Don't follow bot on Twitter. All right, I'm just going to be honest with you. Do not follow bot on Twitter. If you're starting up an organization or clan and you follow bot, you're not going to ever look legitimate. I've seen a lot of these clans and organizations follow bot themselves. It's like you're at 140 followers and now you're at 1,200. Okay. Don't follow bot yourself for your clan page. It doesn't make you look better. It actually makes you look worse. It makes you look like you're a fake or you're just a Twitter clan. You know what I'm saying? Be humble and stay consistent, and your team will continue to have an uptick in followers and all that stuff. All that stuff comes with time. And if you think you're going to build a team within a week or a month, you're never going to be able to do that. I'm just going to be honest with you. Unless you're one of these big content creators with an already established fan base, it's hard to come from nothing and build a team up within a week. So with all that being said, man, make sure you guys like this video. I just want to go in depth with all that stuff. If you guys want a part 2 to this video, I'm all for it. But make sure you guys like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be back with part 2 pretty soon. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.